Okay, so today, sorry it's been a while, but as you can tell maybe from the sound of my voice, I've really not been feeling good. Been fighting the flu. A lot of people have been getting sick, and I'm not immune from that. But anyway, jumping back into this because exam day is quickly approaching, I'm just going to head and move along here. So today, I'm looking at the Born-Hutter-Ferguson method. Excuse me. And this is generally understood just to be a method of calculating losses based on information that comes from historical data. So the crux of what we're going to be doing is we're going to look at some historical data. In this case, earned premiums and reported losses. We're going to come up with an average an average loss ratio, and then we're going to apply that to the target year that we're looking at, which is 2016. So let's go ahead and read the problem. Given the following information for insurance company as of December 31st, 2016. Excuse me. All policies are annual. Annual loss trend is 3%. The company has increased rates by 5% every year on January 1. The company writes policies uniformly throughout the year. Okay. And we want to calculate accident year 2016 trended ultimate loss using the Bernhardt-Ferguson method with the expected loss ratio based on the accident years 2012 to 2014. All right. So all that is really saying, again, because I'm trying to translate this to be really, really easy, we're going to take this column and we need to bring it up to 2016 levels. And then we're going to take this column and we need to bring that up to 2016 levels. However, we're not going to do that with this. And why this column? And the reason we're not going to do that this column is it's a cumulative loss development factor. And that's a fancy way of saying that the bring up has already been done. It's a cumulative factor, so it's already been brought up to the appropriate time, in this case, December 31st of 2016. All right, so let's get right to it. Let's go ahead and look at my Excel spreadsheet. So, all right, so here I went ahead and just took all the information from the problem. You can go ahead and look back to make sure I did it right. I created this column here, 2016 minus the year, and this is just so that you guys can see, rather than typing the formula, I want to make sure that you guys can see exactly what it is that we're going to be doing. So I just wanted to create a column for that. So in this case, it's going to be really simple. It's simply going to be 2016. I'm going to lock that cell minus the year that we are observing, and you bring that down. So this is 4 years ago, 3 years ago, da-da-da. All right. So this EP, this is the earned premium as of the year 2012. I want to know what that earned premium represents as of 2016. So how can we go about doing that? Well, we need to come up with the formula. The formula is going to be equal. We're going to take the earned premium as of 2012. Remember that we have a rate increase of 5%. This cell right here. 5%. I'm going to lock that, and I'm going to raise that to this 2016 minus year column. All right. So what does this do? It takes this earned premium and it increases by 5% for the appropriate number of years that we're increasing. And I'm going to go ahead and drag that down for every year that we're involved. All right. Now the reported loss. Again, we need to bring the reported loss up to 2016 levels. We're going to do this slightly differently. So we'll see if you can keep up. So we're going to take again the reported loss and we're going to bring it up. The rate increases are different than the loss trend. So if you remember back from the problem says that the company has increased rates by 5% every year in January 1, but the annual loss cost trend is 3%. So that's a fancy way of saying that the costs of the reported claims, the value of the claims is increased by 3%, the value of the premiums is increased by 5%. So this column we're looking at reported loss. So again, we're going to do reported loss and we're going to multiply that times the loss trend. All right, so the loss trend, we're going to lock that cell. And then this also needs to be brought up by the years to bring us up to 2016. But we got to do one more thing. We have to, and I'm going to go ahead and do some brackets here so that Excel cooperates. Probably don't need to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Now we need to multiply it by the cumulative loss development factor. And again, we're not going to be doing any sort of elements of time on the cumulative loss development factor because it's already done. It's again a cumulative loss factor. So we're going to go ahead and drag that down. Okay? Now, this is just for completeness, but you'll notice in a second that we really don't need these cells right here, because we're only asked to do the rate or get an average based on the 2012, 13, and 14 years. So the loss ratio, this formula is pretty simple. It's simply going to be normally it would be the earned premium, the reported loss over the earned premium. Well, we're going to do that in terms of 2006 values. So we're going to do the reported loss as of 2016 divided by the earned premium under the 2016 levels. And we have that. We have these three numbers. Oops. Sorry. Come on. Cooperate. There we go. All right. So now at the bottom here, you see that I have this average loss ratio. It's simply going to be exactly what that is. We're going to do the average function, and I want these three cells. Okay, that's the average. This is a 55.6% loss ratio. That's the average. Okay, so at this point, we're pretty much almost done. So the BF is the Barnhardt Ferguson formula. So if you know it, which you should, it's one of those things you're just going to have to memorize. It's going to be the reported loss for the year that we're looking at, which is going to be this number. Then we're going to add, and then we need to do the loss ratio, the average loss ratio for the target years, times this earned premium, times, and then bracket, I'm going to do 1 minus 1 divided by the cumulative loss development factor. And close the bracket, and we get a final answer, 3,074.096. All right. So if you look at the answer key, you will find that this is the proper answer, and this represents the expected the loss that you would expect based off of the historical data for 2012, 13, and 14. All right. Again, so sorry it took me a week to make this last video, or since my last video, but as you can see, I'm not totally recovered, but hopefully I can make more videos going forward. If you have any questions, feel free to leave questions in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, good luck.